How to spot a terrorist. The recent clashes of government troops and the Abu Sayyaf group in the Philippines were an important lesson. The vigilance of civilians and the bravery of the authorities were worthy of emulation. The community were quick to spot the strangers aboard 3 boats and report their sightings to the authorities. The quick response of a few police and military personnel led to the capture and death of 9 terrorists. In this dangerous times, where terrorist groups are found in many countries, it is important that people know how to spot one. There are more than 20 terror groups in the world, such as the Qaeda, ISIS, Hezbollah and Boko Haram, to name a few. These explosive experts, who guise their cause as a holy war, but uses terrorism for extortion and engages in multi-million kidnap for ransom business. This video will give you clues and signs on whether the person you are staring is a terrorist, or not. I compiled different indicators on how to spot them. Indicators are: 1. Suspicious behavior. Keep an eye out for strangers who seem nervous, sweating and out of place. Be suspicious of anyone who is wearing a uniform that does not match, or otherwise isn't quite right, or who doesn't seem to know anyone in the place. 2. Odd gesture and demeanor. Excessive yawning, strong body odor and arrogance. This also include protruding or throbbing neck arteries, whistling, excessive laughter, and verbally expressing contempt during security screening process like in airports and ship ports. 3. Posture and attire. An imminent suicide bomber might exhibit signs the US government refers to as alert. Letter A stands for alone and nervous. L for loose and bulky clothes not compatible with weather conditions. They may have something hidden under their clothes. E as in exposed wires. Wires sticking out of their clothes could indicate a bomb. R for rigid midsection. Wearing an explosive belt makes some terrorists sit very upright. T stands for tightened hands. Someone with tightened hands may be holding a detonator. I will share with you some of the confidential security checklist used by the Transportation Security Administration in its screening of passengers by observation techniques, known as SPOT. Some of the lists are: terrorist avoids eye contact, especially with police or security personnel. A pale face from recent shaving of beard. Facial flushing while undergoing screening. Bag appears to be heavier. Cold penetrating stare at civilians. Widely open staring eyes. Exaggerated, repetitive grooming gestures. Hesitation, indecision on entering checkpoint or security entrance. Hand is always inside the bag or pocket. Always scans the area. And repeatedly pates upper body. It's hard to recognize a terrorist by what he wears, or how he looks, or the color of his skin, because, in fact, he could turn out to be your new next-door neighbor, disguised as student or someone looking for a job in the city. According to Forbes magazine, the majority of Muslim jihadists in America are white and born in the USA, the one exception being Somali immigrants who topped the list. It's really hard to spot one, especially people like them who are trained in covert operation. So it is imperative that the public must be informed. The community is the front line in intelligence gathering. Vigilance is a must. The community spotted the enemy.